Welcome back to another video. Got some fish and chips here. So really this whole journey is about disidentifying from everything. It's about realizing that there is no self. There is no self. You are nothing. This journey is about asking what's real, what's true. It's never a journey that I thought I'd find myself on. It's not something that I per se chose. I think that it was the only obvious answer in relation to what do I do about this anxiety that I have. And sort of confusion about the world and myself and my place within it. Because throughout my life, I didn't know what I was doing. At age 4, I was sent to school. And I didn't know what the point of it was. What's the point of school? It was something to do, and it seemed like I had to do it, so it was like, here I am, let's make the best of it, let's whatever, yeah. And I didn't really think about it too much. But then time goes on, and yet intellect grows, and I soon found myself wondering, what am I going to do? Like, what is this whole thing about? What's the point here? What's the purpose? I'm not school. Life. What's the point in life? Yes, I get up every day and go to school. And yeah, okay, that's something to do. But then what's next? What's after that? I come out of school, and then what? Go to university or get a job, and then what? Work at a place I don't want to work at, just so I can have money that I don't particularly need. Just to do what? Have a house and sit down, and then what? Just work. just work so I can have a house, to do nothing in it, to just live a sort of hedonistic lifestyle where you're only properly living on the weekend, but on the weekend you're burnt out from working, so all you do is just lie around and eat cheese on crackers. What else is there? What more? So the obvious thing for me was that I don't want to get a job just to get money, because the only reason to get the only result you get from getting a job, from working at a job that you don't like to do, the only result you get is a house that you can be in but not have any energy to do anything in it. And that makes no sense at all. This is the thing, is that you can acquire all this money and all these things, but then what, you know? It is literally a choice between money and time and energy. Time and energy. Well, there's no time. Forget time. It's choosing between... It's really choosing between status in society. You know, all of us have been brainwashed into believing that you are higher up in the chain of command if you have more money, to a certain degree, in a certain area. And it's true that the more money you have, the more opportunities you have. But how many opportunities do you want? Like, what do you actually want? Do you want to travel around the world? Is that something you want, or is that something that you've been sold? Is that an idea that you've been sold to? That traveling the world broadens your mind. Traveling the world is a great thing. What do you think? Is it actually? It might be, it might not, but we've been sold this idea that the more money you have, the better your life will be. And yet, like I said, it's true that the more opportunities you have, but I don't think it equates to having a better life per se. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what you want to do, but here's the thing with me is that I don't fucking want a job. And I don't want to know anything. I don't want to go to university and learn something. I'm in the journey of unlearning. I know too much. I need to unknow. I know too much. And so yeah, it's so really it's quite the obvious journey to be like, okay, well, I don't want to go to university and I don't want to work. So what do I want to do? And this is how most people think. And this is how I've been taught to think. Is that you have to be doing something. And so if you're not going to university, or you're not getting a job, then what else are you doing? And so, you know, Yeah, okay, follow your passions. What do you want to do? Do you want to be a fucking professional skateboarder? Do you want to be a freelance photographer? Do you want to be a, a entrepreneur of whatever? You know, do you want to sell your art? Do you want to be solo? This is how we think. And this is how we've been taught to think. And so this is how I have been basically seen it. Which I see now is still false. So the way I've been seeing it is that, okay, so I don't want university, I don't want a job, so what do I want? Okay, I'll do what I'm good at, I'll do what I'm passionate about. What I'm passionate about is making films and making music. And so I do that. But then it really comes down to what if I don't ever want to do that? Then what? Because yeah, making music and making films is fun. But if I feel pressured to do that, it's not fun. If it's like, well, I have to do this because I have to do something. I'm not going to uni, I'm not getting a job, I have to do something, so I have to make films or I have to make music. And with that idea, it makes me not want to do them. Not, you know, because I feel like I have to do them, I'm forced to do it. I want it to be a fun thing, you know? So really, it comes down to this whole narrative that we've been sold on. That you have to be doing something with your life. Otherwise you're nobody. Well, worse than that, not that you're nobody, but that you're bad. That you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough for society. That you're an outcast and that you have no worth in society. And this is the thing, this is the whole journey of finding truth, is that you start discarding all ideas, because you guys, all ideas don't have any inherent truth within them. Why do I believe I need to be doing something? I've been sold the idea that there is no inherent truth within that. And what about people looking down at me, seeing that I'm not good enough for society, that I'm not playing my part, I'm not giving back or anything? It's just the way we've been programmed, the way we have been taught. And everyone's living in this sort of game of society. And so, this is not a journey that I chose. The journey of truth, you know, it's just something that's happened based on the previous conditions in my life. And I didn't choose to be born. The journey of identity and truth and deconstruction. So what's true, you know? Because there are many days that I wake up and I don't have any motivation to do anything. And then the thought comes in of, fuck man, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing anything with my life. I'm not taking enough action. I'm not following my passions or whatever. And then, you know, the belief comes in where it's like, I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'm not good enough. I'm not, you know, all this. But where are those beliefs coming from? Where are they coming from? Because they're not mine. I didn't choose to believe that. I didn't wake up in the morning and go, I don't know what to do. And then go, oh fuck, I'm a bad person. I'm not good enough because I don't know what to do. That's an idea that has been programmed into my brain. I didn't choose that. And when you deconstruct that and see that that's not your belief and that is just a belief and it's not true, it's like, fucking hell, what else is like this? What else have I been programmed into believing that isn't true? You start to peel back away all your beliefs and see that, fuck man, I'm living in a dream. I'm living in this whole reality that has no validity to it. Not validity, but no substance, no truth to it. It's got nothing. And we create this reality and box it up into an identity, and that's who we call ourselves. And so if I wake up and say, oh, I don't know what to do today, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, therefore I am bad and unworthy, that is now my identity. Think for yourself. This is the intuition that I've had forever, really. I mean, I can see that it flourished more, blossomed more when I was a teenager, getting into this sort of anarchism and seeing that, like, wow, I've got to take my power back and think for myself and be me and fuck authority, fuck everybody, and pull all my power back and say, what do I know for truth? People are telling me this, people are telling me that, but what do I think? What do I believe? And it turns out that what I believe is just more of what other people believe. Handed down beliefs. People coming at me from here, people coming at me from here saying, I believe this, I believe this, believe this. And I go, no, fuck you, I don't believe that. I believe this. I believe this. This is my stance on the matter. But then I have to pull back and look at myself and say, is that me? Do I believe that? Where's that belief coming from? And you trace it back to something else, you know. I mean, you may not find its source, but what I'm saying is that you see that there are so many beliefs and assumptions within you that you never questioned. You know, you just assume that reality is this way because you believe it. But step back and you can see that it's another belief that has been programmed into you, and you just haven't been able to be aware of it and questioned it. And this is what's happening, is that there's so many assumptions going on at an unconscious level that you believe to be true. But within deeper examination, you can see that it's another belief that you didn't choose. And it's everything. What do you know for certain? What do you know to be true? And you strip away all the layers. And you get to a very solipsistic way of thinking. Because the reality is that all that you know to be true, to be absolutely real, is that you exist. The truth that I know is that I am, that I exist. And I can't know anything else. And it's solipsistic. And then you have to go further. Why do I think it's solipsistic? Why do I assume it's solipsistic? Is it solipsistic? You question the whole solipsistic belief. And again, it's another belief. It's another idea that you didn't choose. So you have to even go beyond solipsism. You have to go even more radical than solipsism. But I mean, here's the thing, is that you don't just come to like solipsism and that's like your reality, your whole reality. I mean, I have so many other beliefs and assumptions, unquestioned, that, you know, it's not like I'm always perceiving the world solipsistically, or I'm perceiving the world one way. Different beliefs pull me into different states of consciousness. So I'll believe the world like this way, I'll start perceiving the world as nihilistic, and then I'll get pulled into this other belief and I'll start seeing the world as beautiful and full of love. And it's like, which one's true, you know? How can I be sure which is the real one? And of course it's like, well, none of them are real. They're all perceptions. Which perception is the real perception? You can see that, well, it's none of the perceptions. It's this witnessing of the perception that has no perception, that has no judgment. This sort of non-dual awareness. Anyway, don't really know what else to say. Gonna eat my dinner. See you later.